Hello my ninjas and ninjas, it's Peabutnutterninja and we are playing some Smite Beta. Actually, we're not playing, we're watching some Smite Beta today. We are watching the replays from the 10K Smite tournament from PAX East. And guys, I do not want to spoil it for you. You probably know the outcome already if you watch this. But I will be following mostly Curse and Root because those are the top two. Actually, Curse is seeded number 3, but lately, they've been beating out Root in all the My Revenge and Curse tournaments. So, guys, I will be following these top two teams to see who wins the big 10K prize. Actually, it's a 5K prize at first place, 2.5K for second place, and 1.5K if you hit that third place. And I do believe 4th, 5th, and 6th get some amount of money, but nothing in the value of thousands of dollars, guys. So, pro gamers definitely want to see how they play. And guys, here's the two teams that we are playing. MyoElectric on the left side, we can see Gunmetal, Zeus, Riddick as Odin, Jeff Hinla as Guan, and Kiki Star as Hell. And guys, who's this guy? This quick Peabutnutterninja. He is actually a sub. That is me, and I'm actually a sub on MyoElectric, and unfortunately, there was a lot of timing issues. This is the first match of the game, and let us see who we can catch here. Freya just looking to see if they are doing maybe the red, or seeing if they can see us down the lane, and she might actually have vision on either Hell or Shiblanki there. But guys, this is the first match played of the $10,000 tournament ever. Like, this is ridiculous. So this is the first match, first set of games right at 11 a.m. on that Friday of March 22nd. You can see them going for the attack buff here. Freya, Sobek, and on the right side we have Zapman in mid with Agni. We do have Sparks on Hades in this left lane. I'm just going to be using a up-down, down-up view, so let us see if I can do this right. And you can see Freya and Sobek going for that blue buff, and Freya as Pon right here, and the best on Hercules, and Shadow Q on Sobek. So guys, we're going to have a very exciting match for now. And let's see in this left lane, Zeus Odin is a very strong combination, and you can see that Odin just jumping right in there. Doing some harass on the Hades. You can see Shiblanki mid, and oh, he actually almost gets taken out there. And let's take a quick replay to see how all that damage comes out. And so guys, Shiblanki mid is actually a very interesting way to play, and unfortunately for me, as a sub, I only played in the last spot. I definitely should have picked an on-hair here, but Shiblanki in the mid lane is not as strong because he can't really clear out the creeps at all. And I'm just trying to get some farm here, but it looks like Hercules hits that level 2, and he does get that driving strike, and he does get a lot of hits off on me, burning an early sprint. He almost got a kill there as well, but like level 2 already, so not a good start. Let's see what's going on in the right lane. Freya Sobek. That Sobek again, so strong. He has so much zoning power. He looks like he's gonna pull this Hell, and he does pull the Hell. Freya's just gonna get a lot of damage out on that Hell. Yeah. But what this is really good for right team is a double heal lane. And oh, middle tower is under attack already. And you can see Herc diving pretty hard. And he's level 3, Shiblanki level 2. So it looks like he did get some extra buffs early on. At least he did get the gold and the the speed buff. So very, very good advantage for them. And let's see, left lane has left tower pushed all the way. Odin, Zeus, once they both get their ultimates at level 5, they're going to be very strong. Looks like Herc's pushing that mid lane, and Herc's a lot stronger push than Shiblanki is. And oh, missing that pull there. That could have been dangerous as he had archers and it would have hurt them a lot. And so we can see right lane, nothing going on so far, just a lot of push and pull. And just kind of like a poke war here. But let's focus on this mid lane. Herc is kind of high. He does have the level advantage over Shiblanki. And let's see if he can get a boulder out and kill another Earthbreaker coming out, but barely missing again. So that would have been very, very bad. And again, Shiblanki is losing a lot of gold as he just, stays here. And it looks like Herc's going back for his gold buff. Very interesting. And then it looks like right lane is finally getting pushed by this Freya. They do have to play a little passive because this Freya Sobek combo is just so strong. And let us see who is on the Hell. It is Kiki Star. And so it looks like this lane, Kiki is going to be going with the damage. They are on Vanguard, so they are super tanky. But look at this a Vampiric Shroud and the Vanguard, so that means Kiki has no pots, but they're just counting on her sustain to last the battle. And on right lane, we do have Hercules with the Death Toll Warrior Tabi. So this means that he doesn't have any pots, which is why he's staying out in lane for so long with low health. In left lane, I do believe he's level 5 now, but almost level 5. And let's see if we can get engaged. Odin just trying to do a little bit of harass with that Gunnier's Might, but missing it on the Agni altogether. And let's see what else. Look at Agni. His build is a Boots of the Magi with the Vampiric Shroud. And Freya is a double lane too. Vampiric Shroud, Death's Toll. Again, this is very strong on Freya as soon as she hits around level 4 to 6, because then she can really get all her mana back, get all her HP back, and she can clear those waves. She gets extra magical power, extra MP5 regen, and extra health. But look, she just stays really, really low. In this case, it probably would have benefited Hell and Guan Yu to play really, really aggressive on that Freya, because again, she has no pots to sustain. And it looks like Xbalanque is now holding his own, but he had to burn through a lot of his pots. He started off with 3 health and 2 mana pots, but he had to burn through a lot of them to stay in battle with this Hercules. And so you can see the big boulder coming out, and ooh, the side barely nicks that Xbalanque, and Hercules is going to be able to get away out of this, no problem. He's level 7, so he has a substantial level advantage over Xbalanque. And ooh, are we getting engaged in the right lane? So far, no. It looks like Freya did back, but what Hell should have done is really gone for that Freya early on. And oh my god, let us see if we can catch this Odin, see exactly what happens on this battle. Let me get a little bit closer. I feel like I'm having vertigo. I'm afraid of heights, and it's not helping. So a little bit of harass here, and Odin's almost full health, but I'm guessing Agni and Hades are going to do a double level 5 combo here. Either that or Odin's going to dive the tower. And it is an Odin dive on the tower, and that is crazy. And I would not dive onto Hades, because Hades just has so much defense. And you can see Hades getting away with an inch of his life. And so that is just too bad. That is too bad for their team. And oh, that is terrible. Odin should not have jumped into that tower, but that's going to give Curse their first. And guys, I'm such a noob. Let me go change out these names. The blue team is MyoElectric, and on the red team it is Curse Gaming. There we go, buddy. And we can resume this. Wow, I am such a noob at spectating, but I will get better as these go on. And I plan to cast all the games if they do not get deleted by Smite or Hi-Rez. I know that Hi-Rez has always has been they delete the games whenever I want to cast them, so I don't know, it's very, very strange why they do that, but it does happen, guys, and we just have to work with it. And so it looks like Xbalanque just doing some zoning here, making Herc lose a little bit of EXP, but again, Herc is clearing out the jungle so fast that they can't really, Herc is still very high in levels. And a little bit of harass on that Hercules, just a third of his health, and it took 2 skills to do that, so it's quite a lot of mana investment, and it's risky because every time Xbalanque jumps, that means he doesn't have an escape. So Hercules doing more damage with less health. And let's see what else he's building. He's finished those warrior tabbies now, but look at how much more health he has at level 8 than Xbalanque. He's probably got another 300, 400 health. He is going for his red buff as soon as he can. And it looks like, Guan Yu's a little bit caught off to the side. They can actually burst down this Freya. If Guan has an ultimate, Guan does have an ultimate, but he does not use it right away. Instead, he's just going to get pulled by the Sobek. He is going to go initiate on the Sobek, but Sobek Aegising. And Sobek tail whipping them out of there. They can get some kills here on the right if he goes for it, and oh, this is so close, but no mana from either Guan or Hell. And oh my goodness, what happens in the left lane? So double engages going on. So let's see exactly what happens to this Agni on this left lane. So he is by himself. Hades is looking for a low end gank. So they are stranding him quite a bit. But as long as Odin can trap the Agni, he's in a lot of trouble. And I think that's exactly what's going to happen in about 2 seconds. And Agni dashing back into his tower. Hades coming in with the low, trying to see if he can get that Zeus. And Zeus with the perfect placement of that ultimate. Agni has nowhere to go, and Agni is getting killed. But Hades is initiating on that Zeus, but I don't think Hades has enough damage to finish that job. Although he's getting Odin pretty low, but unless he wants to really dive, there's not much that they can do. So very strong play. The game is pretty even. Curse Gaming does have about a 700 gold lead, and that is pretty substantial. They've been clearing out their jungle much quicker and much faster than MyoElectric has been clearing out their jungle. And we can see this Hercules trying to driving strike through the tower. And oh my goodness, that Hercules is just so low. But so is that Xbalanque, and I don't think there's going to be an exchange. Xbalanque has no mana to engage. He does really need a gank right here. So if Odin just came straight to lane and maybe caught him, and I think that Hercules knows that Odin is coming because left lane is missing. So that is a very, very, very good move. And it looks like Odin's just going to help take the red with Xbalanque here. And Zeus will command the tower by himself. Everything looks good. And oh, there's engaged in the right lane. And guys, let us go back up a little bit. And so we can see a Guan Yu, Hell, Freya, Sobek melee here on the right lane. And it looks like Guan's probably going to initiate right here. Guan is a little bit low on health. Hell should probably be healing him a little bit more. There we go. There's those heals. And middle tower is under attack and all that craziness. So Guan Yu does seem to go in. He does get pulled, but Hell doing so much damage to that Freya. I think Guan needs the ulti right there. No, he did not have an ulti. And it looks like Hell just backs out instead of getting that kill on Freya. She definitely had the mana and the health to do so. But I don't know if she wanted to stay out that lane really far. She got really skittish, but that definitely could have been a kill right there in right lane for Hell. And I'm pretty sure that Sobek could not solo kill her as he's building full, well, a little bit tanky and more speed oriented. And looks like Freya's Vampiric Shroud Death's Toll build with Boots of the Magi now, so she's gonna get a little bit of speed, but she has so much lane sustain that it's gonna be so strong. And it looks like Hell is gonna get caught out here, maybe, unless she sees these people. She does not see these guys coming in from behind her, and she's gonna get focused down by 3 people. And she does cleanse, and Guan Yu maybe killing the Freya. No, the Freya with the perfectly timed ultimate. She gets out just in time, and it looks like Kiki got a little bit caught out in right lane. Just a little bit, and it looks like the Herc is still very, very aggressive in mid lane, as the best is their best mid, no pun intended. So, and it looks like left lane is pretty much stalemate locked, but they should pretty much be very aggressive against this Agni, because they don't really, Agni doesn't have Hades with them. So by being really passive in this lane while Agni is by himself is costing MyoElectric maybe more deaths, because what's happening is they're coming to gank on the right lane. It looks like, look at the ward control on Curse Gaming. So they have wards all the way up down here near this base, and they also have wards, not on Fire Giant, but they have ward. They had a ward at Gold Fury, and this ward control down here just really, really helps them. Hercules just getting a few more hits in there. And so it's really hard to land those Earthbreakers, but I'm sure Hercules gets a lot of practice. And it looks like Hercules is kind of trapping Zeus, but the cage coming out, it actually hurts that Zeus because it allows him to get a double bonk with the ball in the mid. I don't think this should be an engage, because what's going to end up happening is probably more deaths rather than kills. And that was a really bad corner to be in. And I would, and it looks like right lane is actually pushing down and killing these buffs on right lane. So now Curse is starting to get a big lead. You can see right now it's about a 3k gold lead, so very, very strong. And none of these jungle buffs are getting cleared out very quickly. So this is quickly becoming a little bit of a landslide. It looks like Curse up with 4 kills as well. So we can see Freya just grabbing all the attack buffs, and she does so much damage, especially early on even, and so she's able to take these buffs without much worry. As long as she knows that someone is dead or someone is down, they can easily take a buff, and that's actually really good play. If you kill the enemy, then you should take the buffs as soon as they can. Otherwise, you know, you won't really have a super big advantage. Left tower a little bit under attack. Freya coming in for a look-see, and she does get a little bit targeted by that Guan, but I don't think they can do this because there's a Freya ulting and Hades ulting as well. Freya just doing so much damage with her ulti, and it also allows her to escape any damage. Guan doing his ultimate a little bit too late. And that shift from left lane, the missing calls from left lane, probably not there, as left lane has been gone for quite a long time. Hercules coming in from maybe behind, but no, it looks like Xbalanque's just hugging that tower, as that's all he can do. They might get dived. Xbalanque might get dived here with a Hercules and a Hades, and he does get driving striked by 2 of them. And it looks like Hades is chasing. He ultimated, but there is Aegis going down. The Hades might go down. The Hades does go down as he does the ultimate in the tower, but Xbalanque needs to get out here. He should not be fighting this at all, and he's probably going to get driving strike down, and that was a bad call by that Xbalanque to stay in tower, but I guess he was trying to save mid tower, but mid tower is going to get taken anyways. But left lane looks like Agnes is so low, and all Zeus needs is one more detonate, one more hit, anything, but it looks like it's not going to happen. And look at this shift over. Great control by Curse Gaming, and they're going to come up from behind and maybe get 2 kills. The Agni with that pro bait, and you might even say he's a master baiter, but that is kind of, oh no, that Zeus is definitely dead. There's nothing he can do to escape this, not even get a kill. And so it looks like Xbalanque is dead. Right lane, how's Freya by herself? There's no missing calls in right lane for that Sobek. So, but they can gank this Freya if Guan gets an ultimate real soon. He does not have the ultimate up. The banish comes down. Perfect placement to prevent that chase. Guan does have to back. He has no mana. This mid tower is finally going to get taken. So you can see that control by Curse. Rather than taking that mid tower, they decided to get 2 extra kills. So it was a very good play by Curse Gaming with the bait, with the gank, and now MyoElectric is very underhanded. They're now 4K behind and 6 kills down, and so this is going to translate into a level advantage, an EXP advantage. And you can see it 14, 12, and 11 across the board. Well, you can see Odin here level 9 and mostly 11s, and Xbalanque 13 holding that mid but barely holding on. So it's going to be a cascade if no one does anything else. I think Hercules did hear this red buff. He might be looking at it. He says, hey, I hear something. I hear Xbalanque. And Hercules might be going for this. No, he just wanted to see if he can steal it, but no, not today. And Herc's actually going to go left here or ward, and he's just going to ward that Gold Fury. And oh, Hell getting dived on in the right lane. You can see Agni going all the way to the right. Let us go rewind this just a little bit. Hell getting poked in the tower, and oh, those ultis, the spin to win, and oh my goodness, there's just so much tail whip, so much action going down, so much firepower going on that Hell 3 versus 1. So that's a missing call. That's a missed call from left lane, and Guan Yu was definitely out of place. I think he was placing a ward or so on. They are going to get this tower out of it as well. There's nothing that Guan could do, even if he ultis in there. Worst he could do is just maybe damage Freya down to half health. But again, she has her ultimate too to escape or engage. So while Guan does that ultimate, she can just fly up and do a lot of damage. That Zeus is caught out of lane, and uh-oh, a level 11 Zeus versus a 14 Hercules, and Hades coming around the side. This is very bad play. Zeus is not going to be able to get away. The baseball coming out, hitting him in the face. Zeus did not bring his pitcher's glove today, and he just takes all that damage right in the face. And if you guys have ever been hit by a baseball, it does not feel good, and it definitely hurts. So this is, guys, going to be a free Gold Fury for Curse Gaming. And it looks like Hercules is tanking this even. He doesn't care. No, Hades is actually tanking. He's just kind of rotating around in circles. Hades finally backing around. The engage coming. There might be some kills on the Agni. The Agni is so close to dead. Xbalanque getting pulled by Hercules, and Xbalanque going ham for that Sobek. Oh no, he realizes there's a Freya right there, and oh no, if that Freya with the slows, and Xbalanque one more hit to death, and oh no, I guess he was trying to get away, but that was a wasted Aegis there. And it looks like everyone else is coming out, so it looks like Curse gets a Gold Fury and a kill, and that's really unfortunate. So it looks like Odin is now fighting a level 15 Hercules. Hercules level 15. No one close. And look, 15, 13, 13, 12, 11, and 14, 12, 11, 10, and 12. So, guys, there's a huge level advantage for Curse Gaming. And now MyoElectric has to play really passive. And you can see this gold lead about 5K now. It's just become very slow snowball down the mountain. And when it finally hits rock bottom, it's going to be a huge avalanche, and I'm sure Curse will probably be declared the winners. And you can see now Agni pushing mid. They are looking to take this mid tower maybe, as right lane is already pushed. Left lane is pretty much stalemated. That Zeus not really calling the missings on the left side, and it looks like Zeus is following that Hades. And it looks like them just doing some harass, and they did trap that Hercules, but that's going to cost Odin probably his life, and especially if Hercules has his huge hit coming out on Agni. Herc's almost dead, and that Freya's going to be in a lot of trouble as well. She just needs one more hit, and she's dead. And can they get that one more hit? and Sobek coming from behind now, but finally, there we go, Freya does go down, and now it's 2-for-0 exchange, and if everyone can get out now, then it is a good battle. And it looks like MyoElectric is going to take that 2 and leave, and unfortunately there are no objectives to really team up on. They could go Fire Giant, but again, I don't think they have the firepower. Look, SheBlanc is just finishing his Devourer's Gloves now, I believe. And actually, he doesn't even finish it. And look, there's just no firepower from MyoElectric to take down that Fire Giant. So they're just going to have to take those 2 kills and reset. That mid tower's in a little bit of trouble here. And it's going to take some more hits. Ever going very, very low. Look at this. Less than 30% health. That poor tower. Poor tower, do you have a name? Your name is Balthazar. Alright, Balthazar, you hang in there, buddy. You probably won't make it out alive. But we're rooting for you, Balthazar. Look at this. 30%, and that's probably a fact you guys did not know, is that towers have names and feelings. And look at that, level 15 SheBlanc versus our Hercules. But look at this gold advantage. Hercules 1k, almost 1.3k more, so that's a finished item and a little bit extra. And you can see Hercules rotating left, maybe looking to kill that left lane. And no, it looks like Hercules is rotating back to mid, and SheBlanc probably trying to get some buffs here. And Guan coming in the mid lane here, and I don't know if they'll be able to take out the Herc. I don't believe so. And it looks like Freya with a perfect banish able to save him, and Sobek now rotating to mid. Odin in left lane, and he looks like he's rotating to mid. Zeus is very far out against that tower. He should not be pushing this hard, considering that everyone's missing in the right lane. Zeus is most likely going to get caught, and he's probably not going to take that tower because it is near full health. He's taking a lot of punishment from the Agni, and oh no, and Zeus walked into that Path of Flames. It's going to do a lot of chip damage, and Zeus has nothing he can do against this. And Zeus throws down a defensive 80, an ulti, not Hades, but he throws down a defensive ulti, rain down the thunder, but it's not going to finish or mop up anybody. So now again, MyoElectric playing underhanded 4 versus 5, and so this is a good time for Curse to push down that mid lane. And they can push it hard as they have 5 versus 4, and they have levels. It looks like Agni is doing what Zeus was doing in the left lane. He's pushing that left tower here. And no, Agni is actually smartly heading back, because what would have happened is maybe MyoElectric would have collapsed on that left lane as well. And it looks like SheBlanc also gets taken out again, and I did not see this at all. Where is SheBlanc? And he's in mid lane. Looks like he's still in mid lane against this Herc, and it looks like Sobek and Freya coming up from behind, and he does get away from that Sobek pole, but that banish and that boulder is gonna come out, and that driving strike, just so much damage from that Hercules, and in good conjunction with that Freya banish. So very, very strong combination, and it was a little bit of a tower dive, and unfortunately everyone decided to shift left and kind of stranded that SheBlanc to defend mid tower. And it looks like that mid tower again will give you 300 gold and 200 EXP per person on your team. So it is actually a smarter choice to defend that mid tower. And it looks like that Agni again getting away. So now Myo is playing very underhanded, 3 versus 5. And so I think Curse is free to push any towers or even do Fire Giant. They do have the DPS now. Look at her. He has his Void Blade, his full stacks on his Devourer's Gloves. Again, Freya doing so much damage. That's her thing. She just kills people. But she doesn't really have too much escapes. It's her ulti and her banish. So if she's caught out really far in lane, then she will definitely die. But she is a very, very strong character. You can see this Hercules 402. Freya's 3-1 and 2. And the most kills on MyoElectric right now is to Kiki Star on with Hell. So very, very, very strong. And it looks like they're doing the red buff together. Maybe setting him for a Fire Giant. Or maybe to get a few more picks, as Zeus looking to counter ward in mid lane, but a level 14 Zeus cannot do anything against a level 17 Hercules. Just so much heal and sustain on the Hercules. The Hades rotating smartly, taking the high lane, not wanting to be caught out in case all 5 members of MyoElectric are up. It looks like Agni just pushing some harass in the mid lane. And it looks like they're going to set up for this Gold Fury again, or maybe even bait it. And it looks like it is going to be another team fight in Gold Fury. And we're just waiting for this engage, and Curse does have a better surround, and oh no, now they're converging back in mid lane. Guan Yu going in, Ham, and look at Freya, she ultis out of there, not wanting to be caught, knowing that she's a DPS. Boulder coming out inside the cage, and it looks like Hercules is zoning off 3 of MyoElectric. Guan Yu by himself, but Zeus able to pick off an Agni. but Guan and Odin, both tanks are going down, and if Myo continues to engage this, they are going to die. And beautiful surround on that Hell, and I don't think there's anything that can be done. Hell being popped back by the Hercules, Sobek zoning out that Xbalanque. Xbalanque getting last minute Aegis there, but unable to come back and do any damage. Hell is definitely going down after that Aegis finishes. That is a wasted Aegis as she was dead anyways. And it looks like Zeus and Xbalanque have to back out. And there's nothing they can do to stop this Gold Fury, so it's going to be a free Gold Fury for Curse. And it looks like Zeus is looking to come back in and do some damage. And can he get the detonate off? He does not get the detonate off in time. And it looks like Zeus does go in 1 versus 4. And that was actually a very risky choice. It was not worth to sacrifice yourself for 1 versus 4. They might have stopped the Gold Fury for a little bit, but they're not going to stop it for the entire duration. And what's going to happen now is they could actually push mid tower if they want, but it looks like Curse Gaming smartly taking the safer route, just backing up and going to redo this Gold Fury while they still have 5 up on their team, and now only 3 up still on MyoElectric. So that's Zeus giving them an extra kill at that very end is really going to cost them, and especially because he wasted his ulti. The Zeus ultimate is actually very good to steal the Gold Fury. It does a lot of damage, and Zeus can also detonate if he sees it's very low. But look at this, Hercules just souling this bad boy. You can see the Gold Fury's HP in the bottom left of the corner, bottom left corner of the screen, rather, not of the corner. And looks like Guan is just taking a gander, and Guan says, okay, buddy, I do not want any of that. Odin just maybe looking to steal this Gold Fury. And Agni and Sobek both zoning out, and Curse did get the Gold Fury. Ulti's coming out. Sobek is pushed really far out, but unfortunately I don't think they have the DPS to bring him down. See what Sobek is building. He just has Mage's Blessing, so he actually is a bit squishier than the other tank, Hades, but that could have definitely been a kill on that Sobek because he was so far out pushed. But look at Hades, he is using his ultimate. Freya doing a lot of damage down on the Hades. Hercules taking a lot of damage from that Zeus ulti. That huge boulder. Pon getting a kill on that Xbalanque. And ooh, the Agni, is he going to get away? And that Zeus getting slowed. He's going to get banished. He's just going to get killed right here on the attack speed buff. And look at that Aegis coming out. But there's not much that he can do. Freya just doing so much damage with the slows. Sobek with the zone. And so MyoElectric loses 4 again there. And Curse only loses 1. They do lose their biggest and the bestest. Their best. Literally the best. But it looks like Curse is going to take out this mid tower, no problem, because Odin has to back. He has no mana, no HP. And if he decides to stay, he's just going to give Curse another free kill. Even though that Agni is so low, there's not going to be a real good chance for Odin to just jump in there and get a kill. In fact, Agni, he does still have his dash, so if Odin decides to jump in, it's going to definitely be a free kill for Curse. So let us resume back to normal speed here. And Odin smartly going back, getting some HPs. Or actually, he did not get any HP. He is just staying here looking at this fight, but he should really go back, get some extra HP and mana to maybe engage for a fresh Phoenix, because if not, they're going to get a free Phoenix or a free Fire Giant if he has half health. So he should have definitely gone back there, just wandering back and forth in lane, not really helping it. And Curse smartly taking all these buffs as well. Agni pushing this tower. They do see that there's 2 towers still up in left lane, so now it's Curse's chance to push a little bit. Everyone back up on both teams, but there is a little bit of travel distance. Mid has to be pushed, and now MyoElectric realizes that left lane is being pushed pretty hard, and it looks like Curse is going to get this no problem. And there we go. Curse Gaming has destroyed a right enemy tower. This right tower on Curse is actually getting pushed by itself by these minions, but that tower should defend itself without a big bad boy to kill any of those towers or do any extra damage. And it looks like another reset, but look at this, Curse up to 11k, 11.5k gold advantage. So it's going to be very, very hard for Curse to come back, not Curse to come back, but for MyoElectric to come back and kill anything. So it looks like Curse is going to force a Fire Giant here. They have the levels, they have the gold, they have the items. You can see 6 items on that Freya, you can see 5 items on that Hercules, but most of Myo doesn't even have 4 items completed, including starter items. So Freya, it's her 6th item, but it's her 4th real item after these 2 starter items. And you can see for most people, they're on the 3rd real item, 3 full items. So a huge disadvantage for MyoElectric, and I would be very surprised to see Curse lose this right here. They have a very commanding lead, and it's going to be very, very, very hard to come back from. You see Hercules, the best, just leading that charge, killing all those minions. They're not forcing the Fire Giant yet while they have 5. They're still playing it really safe, really passive. They're just going to take all the towers first, and then they're going to kill that. Then they're going to go kill that big Fire Giant. We'll call him Bobby. How you doing, Bobby? Bobby, you doing okay? Yep, he's doing fine. And let us go back to this fight in right lane. And it looks like Herc is looking to pull someone from the bushes. And Agni just doing a lot of harass. Look at how much his little meteors do. And he has 3 of those meteors stacked up. And it looks like it's doing a lot of damage on those minions. And not too much damage going out on that tower. But again, Odin going out ham all the way. He went ham, bacon, and cheese on the right lane. It looks like Guan, and he's getting focused hard by everybody. Freya chunking him down. And it looks like Guan Yu now popping ulti a little bit late. And who's he going for? He's going for the Agni. Big boulder comes out, and it kills off the Hell, Shibalanke, and that Zeus is going to get chased down by that Sobek. A deicide in right lane. Again, Freya just doing so much damage. Pompon's Freya does so much damage, even against tanks. And she just chunked down that Odin as he tried to get engaged. And I think what he was trying to do was trap a few people in and maybe Zeus ulti. And that would have changed the tide of the battle. But look, Curse is going to get a free right Phoenix. They can end it right here, or they can go for Fire Giant. And it looks like they're just going to push this no problem. There's still 1 tower left. And it looks like Sobek is tanking. No, Hercules is tanking. I have no idea who's tanking. It looks like Agni is tanking. No, Hercules is definitely taking front of the Minotaur. But since it's a deicide and more than 30 seconds left for anybody to respawn when they started, they definitely did the smart choice, ending it early, preventing any type of escape or renewal at the end. Again, that Freya just played so well. She just kept baiting, and every time Odin would try to initiate, she would get away or banish. And if Guan Yu tried to use his ulti to initiate, you cannot banish Guan Yu during ulti. She would ulti herself and get out without a problem. So she played very smartly. And MyoElectric knew that they had to take out the Freya as soon as she could, because she was doing so much damage. 11-1. Look at this. But again, it was just going to be so hard to kill her or do any damage to her with a Herc that can push and pull, Sobek with a push and pull, and Hades with fears and pulls, and Zapman just able to do so much damage if anything came down to it. So either Ponpon or Zapman needed to be taken out, but neither could have been focused because you had to go through a huge line of tanks and damage dealers through the Bass, Shadow Q, and Spark. So very good game. Let's see this player damage. So you can see Zeus doing the most player damage for MyoElectric at 16k, Shibalanke a close 15k in mid. But look, this Freya doing 20,000, Agni doing 12,000. Again, Herc matched up against that Shibalanke, but again, look at this difference, 20k from Freya, and it looks like right lane carry did 9.5k damage versus, I guess, this Sobek lane. And so again, the damage is so different, and again, you can see the gold earned per minute. It's just so substantial. Look at this, Freya at almost 12k, and while the highest on this is Shibalanke with 8.5k, and so that's a 3k difference, and there's just nothing you can do with the 3k difference. And we can see a little bit of player healing, a lot of player healing coming out from the Hell, but you can see everyone on this team had a lot of player healing as well. So with that said, it's just very hard to kill any of these guys, even with Hell. And it looks like Guan could have healed a little bit more here, but with the Hell Guan lane, it looks like the heals weren't really being utilized by that Guan, and maybe that cost them the match. But that Guan, I do believe, was going for a damage build. Maybe he didn't even finish his second item there, as you can see, and you can see no one, only Hell finishing up. This is actually a second item because she got 2 starter items, so no one really finishing up their third item. And again, you can see that Frey has 1, 2, 3, and almost 4 items for her, and she's just doing so much damage with that. And there's not much you can do against that. But guys, I hope you enjoyed this first match of the PAX East tournament. Again, I'm going to try to cast every game, and let me know if there's any teams that you want to see. I'm mainly going to focus on Curse and Root, so if you like to see SK, if you like to see Vivacity or the MyoElectric versus SK, or there's some other few teams, RG Gaming as well, and Borderlands NA, please let me know if you would like to see those, because then I will also cast those if they are still available. But guys, thank you so much for watching. As always, peace, love, and ninja. Peabutnutterninja signing out. Bye bye, guys.